What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Week one has come and gone, and tonight's game was interesting, man. I think I'm a little bit shocked at this point. So the mindset going into the game was that the 49ers are easily one of the best teams in the NFL. You know, you're on the road, Monday Night Football. They're kind of like a fine-tuned machine. And my concern with the Jets was their offense getting in sync and getting in rhythm with Aaron Rodgers not playing for over a year and your new offensive line like that. So you figure the offense may struggle, but the defense would keep you in the game. Then you find out Christian McCaffrey wasn't playing. I'm like, you know what? This is getting really interesting. As a Jet fan, you start buying in. Like, you know what? Maybe they actually could sneak this one away. Like, endure the early storm, and then third, fourth quarter, the magic of Aaron Rodgers and whatever else, they could find a way to win this. Well, it didn't happen that way because the Jets defense was a complete no-show to an alarming factor. And I'm not going to, there's no panic button. I'm not going to freak out, but this was a good litmus test for the Jets to say, okay, where are they at right now? Well, they faced one of the best teams in the NFL and got absolutely manhandled on both sides of the ball in embarrassing fashion, where time possession was like 38, or I think it was like 38 to 20 or something like that, and they give up 400 yards of offense, all this stuff. And the most concerning part of defense was the defensive line, which has kind of been rebuilt. John Franco Myers is gone, Al Woods is gone, Quentin Jefferson's gone, Bryce Huff is gone. You bring in new guys, Reddick's not here, and there was zero pass rush. Nothing. And it wasn't like the 49ers had like this great offensive line. Trent Williams is back. You know, he missed a lot of camp. But it was like they were getting nothing at all. Brock Purdy was literally standing there looking around like just trying to, who's open? Throwing the ball. They ran the ball at will. Like there was, at one point, Jordan Mason was averaging like 6 yards a carry, 7 yards a carry. Wasn't even getting touched. It was coaching. It was scheme. It was effort. It was terrible tackling. It was embarrassing, especially when you see what you consider to be this Jets defense. It's supposed to be that good. Like, oh, we're top 5, or top 10. But if you have Rick, they're top 5. All this stuff, it would look nothing like that tonight. It's only one game, so you can say, you know what, we can just flush it, no big deal. But it's alarming because now you have a blueprint. And the Jets defense in the past has struggled to stop the run. You're seeing more of that. And it was so weird because the first quarter you saw so many good things. Quentin Williams was disruptive. They're flying around doing things. And then slowly but surely, it was either adjustments or whatever it was, everything started falling apart. Now, in our chat, thank you to everybody who watched our stream tonight and joined our stream. We got to pay Reddick tomorrow. What purpose does that really serve? Now, yeah, you get him in the building. You're going to pay him a massive amount of money. He's already missed one game. He's going to probably miss at least 2 more because he's not going to be ready. How much could he possibly play? Seriously. Coming back, 5 or 6 snaps, 10, 15 snaps? You're not going to get instant. He's got to learn the defense. He's got to learn his teammates. He's got to learn the calls. He's got to be in football shape. I mean, this right now, off of this one game, you're looking at Joe Douglas. You made a lot of decisions here to not bring back people or bring in other people, and tonight it didn't look good. Now you have 16 more games to figure it out. I'm assuming they will because you're playing teams that are a little bit lesser. You're playing, Tennessee and New England, but at this point, I'm not discounting anybody. You can't. Now, on offense, you saw some good things. Saw some weird things, too. It was great to see Aaron Rodgers. He got, in the one drive, he got in a rhythm where Breece Hall scored. I think he threw 3 or 4 passes in a row. He threw some darts to Garrett Wilson. But it seemed like, at one point, you gave him credit. All right, they're feeding their 2 best players, Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, and that's how they scored. But at some point, you want to open up your offense because defenses are going to start figuring that out. They didn't use Conklin. Braylon Allen didn't play till the end. Corley was invisible. And then Alan Lazard had this a weird breakout game. He started off with a terrible drop on 3rd down, ended up with 2 touchdowns, one on offsides, and one late in the game, which was crazy. But it was a weird scheme on offense, and you wondered they had to figure out ways to get Aaron Rodgers acclimated, right? But the last thing you want to do is go run, 3rd and long pass when you have Bosa running amok on the outside. And the one thing you did see too, which while you're watching the game and the stream, it's hard to do, but Tyron Smith struggled at times, and they weren't giving him help. So you're wondering, that was something they did last year on the offensive line. They have some work to do there too, but that's something that I'm willing to accept because this is the first time playing with Rodgers and the offensive line. The stuff on defense was wild, dude. It's just, to me, it's unacceptable. It's coaching, and it's alarming. But you're like, all right, you know what? You got it. Like I said, you got to flush it and go on to the next thing. A couple of little things. I'm just so annoyed right now. It's late. I got to work around in the morning. Michael Clemens late in the game gets a sack finally, and you're down by 16 or 19 points. The game's completely out of control, and he's sitting there taunting. Makes no sense. It's embarrassing. There's no reason for that. Then that last drive when Tyrod Taylor came in, they had Breece Hall carrying the ball. But why? Like, that was like, you feature Breece all night long. He's easily one of your best players. Why do you have him in there in garbage time? Then he had Garrett Wilson in the game. Like, you're not coming back. You're not going to win. When Aaron goes out, those two guys go out. You live for another day. And it's stupid stuff like that that drives you crazy with Saleh. And, in the post-game press conference, I listened to a little bit with Romeo. I mean, he doesn't say a lot. Always give him credit to the other team and all this other stuff. But it was really, really disappointing on the defensive side of the ball. And overall, it's a tough loss, a bad loss. But again, it's one of the best teams in the NFL. So you're like, you know what? Now we know where we stand. And Jets have a long way to go if they want to make a run at the AFC East and beat teams like Buffalo and Miami and everybody else, because you've got to play much better defense and you have to see more of your offense. Other than that, Aaron Rodgers, I thought his mobility is definitely a little diminished, but then maybe it's just, again, his first game back. He took his hits. Maybe we'll see more as the season plays out. His chemistry with Garrett's great. And other than that, I probably forgot some stuff, but I'm annoyed. I'm tired. I'm tired of sitting through games like this, to be honest with you. Like, Monday Night Football, you're all excited. You waited all week long to see this. And then you're watching just get gouged, like just running play after running play. I never thought we'd see this Jet defense. They gave up, 8 scoring drives in a row. Like, that's unheard of. Like, for this defense, 8 scoring drives in a row. That's wild. So that's it. Probably not a good video, but I'm sorry. Talk to you guys later.